Reading out there in YouTube land from the planet Earth. The last few days have been rather interesting for me. God shows me things in some interesting ways sometimes, right? The ride that's supposed to get north, okay? Issues with that clearly. Had some truck problems, so I gave him several $100s to fix his vehicle to take me north. And he kind of pushing me. He's like a nice enough guy before, for a little bit. I didn't know him very long, but he's a nice enough fellow. They kept on pushing me to buy some stuff. And oh, yeah. Oh, I got this trailer, the whole 9 yards. Oh, you sure you just take it? I said, no, I want it. The man here, a relative of his, because he got me a sweet deal on a beautiful trailer. And he didn't even bother calling. I go, oh, I put it on. And his excuse is like procrastinating everything, okay? Then I finally, I didn't really want it. I didn't want to mess with the ride. The trailer, so I bought it for $100. Can't go wrong. A little smoker. Said it, and it was he gave me a piece of crap. Not like the smoker you think you see in the store. You get the shelves and the racks in there and that. They got different kind. This one is the other thing it's good for. And I saw right away. You could tell right away. There's a core shape. You look inside. You go, no, I don't think you want to use it for putting a fire in there. So you carry it around. You have a fire so you don't damage up an area. That's the only thing it's good for. Okay. The chainsaw, man. Man, I wouldn't have paid $50 for both of them together for some of the yards. I would argue the guy is cheating me for get $50, right? But this man here's got issues, and I go, oh, can I ask for a ride? Oh, you might get to go. I'm the one to pay the gas. Well, I mean, I have no one to pay the car. I paid you to take me up north, and here I said, no, you just telling me, no, it's not worth it, man. Then they told me how much extra it cost to go in that guy. It's not worth the drama, see? I was a nice person, and in a minute, I'm talking to a couple people about moving up north. They see dollar signs, right? Oh, this says, no, not for me. One thing, oh, you're crazy. Every time you're crazy for wanting to help people, okay? You just put it in my heart, like, to help some people, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. What I do with my money is my business, right? What you do with yours is yours. If I want to spend my money on the Lord, they'll be business by their own. Everything give me a hard time. Oh, you gotta do this and that. I'm doing a new way. I want to do a new way of gardening up there. I'll try something new. Cops are lost over the planet. Everything they're doing, they got all these weeds for years. What good are they doing them? Clearly, what they're doing ain't working. What have I got to lose? Trying my own money and my own time. Cost them nothing. I'm standing in my faith in God. I know the idea that it's in my mind right now that I'm hearing and thinking and working on. It's gonna work. I know it. Now it may not be great as some people think. I see good results in it, where it's better products. And I'm thinking about it, and I don't want to even get into the freeze dried products unless I have to. I try and make a product that as fresh as possible, from as fresh as possible to your table. It'll give you like God's Garden freeze dried good, but no, it's freeze dried products, straight God's Garden products right there. I want to try and get them. I'll think about it. There's a lot of hassle involved in that, and think about that. It's not like I can afford it. I can get the equipment. It's just I had the one person tell me like he didn't really like some freeze dried foods because the way it tastes. I tried them, they're okay. But I guess it's on the manufacturer and all that. There's no way I want to put any preservatives or anything. I want to go as all natural possible. And I thought about it. The best way to do it is to just pick it and ship it as fast as it can, right? As fast as possible. I could work on this. The thing is, the scenario would be still the same. $2 purchase of every product would go to support me running the ministry because it's my money doing it. And the only way I can keep going is to have something. It's not like I have no other way of doing it. I'm not, my name ain't Howard Hughes. I name anybody. I ain't rich. I'm just one man doing what I can. God put it in my part for the needy people. And what kind of a man would I not be if I at least tried to do something, right? Everybody's putting the buck up. Oh, it's not my problem. You can't help it. It's too big. It's not your worry. But Jesus said to love thy neighbor as thyself. Okay. I look at Revelation 7:9. Okay. All people around God right there. What do they got? White palms and robes. Okay. And where do they come from? Everywhere. I look outside there and all I see is discrimination, all this garbage. What are the kids being? They're forced to listen to this. They live in Gunji City, living in this dirty air. eating a contaminated food and all those chemicals in the water and that. They know nothing. They stuck on video games. They need to get out there in God's creation, smell clean air, walk around, see the trees, see the birds. Yes, there's some animals. I'll have it a safe area where they stay behind there with escort, with staff, Nobody's got to worry. Some parents I know are going to send me some kids, no doubt. And then they have no problem. They want to just get away from the city, bad influence. You know how priceless it is to get your kids away from bad influences while you got a chance before they sink in. And everything with good stabilizing. Staff is going to be nothing but the best. The non-pressure based, the total mind, body, spirit thing. You eat healthy foods to clean the body, get that crap and contaminants out of you. While the people there are of God, so there's none of this messing around, period. Straight word of God in polite counseling, whatever. Probably people are skilled. Okay, they got skills. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. And they're just there to help guide and mentor your children. It's not getting that beat down thing. It's to mentor them to a better way of life. Where the way I'm looking at it, the way I want to do it. Okay, I've got this idea where if they, like I'll minister once a day, that wouldn't be anything like some marriage. It doesn't matter what. Really honest with you. And it's like whatever they're going then the meals on me. And I provide the children or youth. I don't know what youth is because it'll be older ones, okay? But still, to me, I'm old, right? The way they treat a lot of these people that I see in their 20s and 30s and 40s, they act like little children to me, but still, the youth here, they're going to have an option. To sit back, play the pool table or pinball machine. I like to get up. I want to get up. I'm trying to get as much as I can, but priority for me is to get shelter and get crop in, okay? And I'm bringing in the luxury. I'm sure going to get a lot set up because it won't take long. And it really won't. It's, you got a vision, you got a dream. The thing is, I'm going to sit back and keep it a dream forever. You're going to live your dream. I live my dream for Jesus. And when you walk in faith, all things are possible with God. And I figure, take these kids here and give them an opportunity to go. I want to get some horses. I'm going to get them. That's what I'm going to get them. Where they go there, they get a chance to brush the horses, maybe ride the horses, see the chickens, maybe, depending on how things go, because some of them, how you are, right? They can go in there and collect an egg and not be scared of the chickens. Somebody show them how to collect the chicken, or just see them. How many people, kids in the city have seen a chicken or brush the horse? Get out there and have the zest for life brought in. They go fishing there. Hey, like I caught a fish. Things that you don't want to fish down the southern, contaminated waters and pollution. Here, clean water. And it gives the kids a chance to get away. The one city I grew up about an hour south of me. And honest to God, one doctor told me not to go there because the air was so dirty. So the stuff coming up from Detroit, all the pollution and that, different standards than here in Canada. The way the wind blowing the garbage, it goes all over that area down there. Once there's kids they're down to have these puffers and all that, at different ages, all kinds of people. When they go into the county, they don't need them because of the conditioner, some of the chemicals they use in the conditioner, the diesel exhaust. They sit there on that bridge all day, back to back piles of trucks. They got a poor system of doing things. What else is new, right? And this way the system's just messed up. It's geared for earning one thing, their production money. It's all money. What are you going to do with it? The Bible teaches us. The man sitting there and he made a ton of money. I'm going to need more barns. And I sit back and chill. And what? Now's your time. You snooze, you lose. You're not supposed to work where you spend no time with your family. The kids that sit back, they're around too many bad influences, and so many people don't know what to do. So they send in the kids all into kind of camps to try and improve them, right? It's what they're based on. What are they doing though? Some things. Here, they have the option to earn food. That's like luxuries, I call it, right? They'll be okay. The thing is, the rooms will be Spartan. You get a little main area, and they're going to have to talk to the staff to say, it'll be the right one for the right thing. Don't have to worry about that. So they talk about how's your day going, That's going to be mandatory. Okay? At least one or two times a day. It depends on, there might be different people they want to talk to, depending on what they're dealing with. But I want to be a comfortable, nurturing environment. Leave people open. I'm going to have some musical instruments. Now, I know some of you saw that I had a violin, okay? I am not the greatest. I admit it. My son is going to attest to you. I'm going to try to teach him this. I am trying to teach him the stuff I know. But, a man has got to know his limits. I can only do the best I can. I've got a few injuries on me. I'm a little broken. I don't have the skills that many of these masters play. But I'll try. As long as the kids don't run screaming through the woods, I'm on a roll, right? I'm getting some guitars. I want to get some guitars. And I thought those hand pan things. And I thought I really liked those things because I thought, well, I even I could play that. I could do that without missing my thing. Hopefully, I said the way you're tapping it, and when you play those things, the sounds are beautiful. And you get to have the rhythm thing, which I got to work on for that clearly. Just, the sounds are there, and it doesn't look too complicated. But the kids can get on it and actually play and start playing on the and actually start. I don't think it'll take too long before they start playing tunes. See, I see the advantage of where a musical instrument, depending on the type, could take a long time to learn lessons. But they still enjoy it. But it's other people think. But I think I've seen the few that I've seen, and everybody seems to be having fun playing it. So I'll look into that. I'd like to get a couple of them. You know, they just they figure if they turn around and help. But, they'll turn around just for helping them. That it makes them mind like do this, that, whatever the people say. They'll just see them doing something. They'll earn. They'll earn a treat because it's learning them a work ethic. Something they stuck up potatoes and video games and get them out there. Oh, you do this and that. So when they come home, they'll be eager to help around the house and be an active, productive member of the family. And we'll encourage them about tell them about the way the family is God's idea. The nurture the mother loves the father. That's what it's about, family and the positive attitude. And we'll teach them little skills and things that whatever they want to do, all kinds of stuff, little high tech stuff, you name it. I'll try to teach them all kinds we can. To get them involved and interested in learning. It's you give them a work ethic. They say you give a man a fish to eat. Give a hungry man a fish to eat. That's it. He's got a belly full, right? That's it. It's a meal. You teach him how to fish, he's eating forever, right? There's these skills that we teach children that hey, work is not a dirty word. Yes, I know it's a 4-letter word, but still, it's not a dirty word. God loves a hardworking man. Many of you out there working hard every day to support your family. God notices that. He loves that. The people that are willing to do what it takes to support their family. I work a few extra hours if it comes to happen. No, and you're doing right by God. So you're not doing anything wrong by you're doing the best you can to support your family. God loves you so much. So he knows that some of us got struggles. He does. And sometimes I know that it'll vary. The amount of time these people are there, it'll vary depending on the need, right? But I know a lot of people don't have money. And I was talking to Jesus about that. And so if you get your kids to me, the ones that I'm going to bring, I would set up first, that. You gotta have it, you gotta plan, you gotta have it down there. I got, the ones that want, they're gonna contact me, work things out, and bring the kids to me. And when they're there, I'll take care of that one. I'll do it once a day, and either they want to listen to me or not. And it can be a few minutes. It doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to. They'll have an option for any money that parents give them. I wanted to open a little thing with some locals could eat some of the crops I'm growing, and things that have variety. I'll add some chicken that I'm growing. Hopefully, I get my hands on fish and loosen that. So, I should be able to get my hands on that up there quite easily to offer there for the food I'm cooking. So they can go there. It's really a little, kitchen thing I got there. And so but anything there, they get at half price, okay? Now I'm looking at a couple of menus. There'd be one menu though, if I put that on, they have to pay full price. They're not going to need it though. Because they'd be really good when that was a special order menu I'm working on, right? For different health problems. We'll see how that goes. It's just, there's a lot of problems that can be solved with certain dietary changes, right? And a certain different, you get the right stuff in there, you can make a difference. You the right spice and that. So many of these seeds and everything that people are talking, I see online, report all these health properties and benefits to it. So I'm going to be doing, I guess, extensive research and the best I can with the most knowledgeable what I could find in the field, if possible, here. And I think I found the most knowledgeable people right now. I don't know. So you might say, but I'll look around to find the best ingredients, so the best possible thing. I don't think that we're doing right by our children, the way you feed them. The food industry killed food. You look at it, it's nothing but a list of 9-mile long chemicals. Most of them have no idea what it's about. I want a piece of chicken that came off a chicken, okay? I know it's chicken. I don't want like 9-mile list of things. I want a chicken that ate whatever God gave it to 8 grains, whatever it burned. I don't care. As long as there's a natural chicken walking around, it's a natural egg. So I'm gonna butcher the chickens that are raised properly to the best quality meat possible, because I want to egg some for eggs and some for that. So I provide this, and then and they're gonna be a nurturing environment, teaching them to ride horses and things like that. I'm working on I saw the thing over me a good deal on some horses, right? And I can negotiate with the neighbors around me. He's got a good spot, I think, I can work with it. I'm sure I'll be able to negotiate with the neighbors around me because when the little extra I might need for it, just in case one of the kids rides over. Cause you don't see these property lines. You just make sure that they know things. I'm sure when they see what's going on, they'll support me in this, right? Endeavor. It's not costing any government a dime. It's nothing. Parents didn't cost them a dime. Not any money to give them, of course, right? Pocket, because they got town a little bit away, and we can work something out like that. But I'd like to stay there and not have the junk food and that to clean the detox of the bodies. You know what I'm saying? Because I see my own nephews. They had food allergies. And the behavior changed on these certain foods, but when they get off those foods, their behavior changed again to a better quality one. And when I noticed that in my own nephews many years ago, it made me speculate on a lot of things, right? That I'm seeing. And okay, if a single diet and a little bit of mentor, because I mentored a young man over 2 decades ago, and he's a young man, but he's a really good cook. And I asked him to come up and to be a cook with me. But I mean, the thing is, he made some beautiful food for it, and the pastries and that, and he didn't go wrong. Some people go wrong, and I don't know if it was the grades. I didn't really know what I was doing. I admit it. But he came up a fine young man who knows the way for all. There's the little things that somebody took the time. Some little things that talk to him and say, yes, you can do it. And in the world, well, oh, you can't do that. You can't do it. Say, yes, you can. You have faith in yourself. You stand up and you work hard and think you come to where you do right. God, you can do right. But don't give up. You can do it. Don't sit there. You have to just sit there. And your mom or parent, or whatever, you may want to do something. Well, whatever. No. Because you got to honor your parents. But the thing is, anything a little bit and going that work ethic, parents can feel better knowing and secure that when their child goes out into the world, you don't have to worry about them falling flat in their face. They learn to work ethic. You willing to work here? Like this little stuff. Then you already eat everything the staff eats. That's the whole thing. If we're having dessert, everything, the whole 9 yards, it's all covered. Don't have to worry about that. It costs nothing. So they learn to better. Oh, if I do a little bit of work, I get to eat. I get better. And teach them to want to, or not to get a job, not sit on their butt all day, and actually their parents to feed them. Oh, like 29 years later, hey mom, make me lunch and down to the basement, and mom's like 99 years old, like, hey son, I thought you looked like 58, you leave out of here, and I didn't know you'd be here 68. So thinking you don't know what to expect anymore. There was a time I talked to a young man I know in Romania. Okay, he's only concerned about money, so he can buy a better house for his parents to live in. Okay, now that's understandable. So he wants the money. He doesn't want to party. He wants a little bit of money so he can buy a better house for his parents to live in. Now that's something admirable, right? How many of the kids will? Oh, I want some money or work something so I can buy a better house for my parents to live in before they die, so I can live in a nice house. Now, I can admire that. I think many of you can too. Now, that's the thing, the difference of upbringing. And so much we let it go so bad that our children are running the streets, running them up. It's the bad influences that are dragging our kids down. So many kids are committing suicide to the things that, and they think it's a drama. They need to get away and say, hey, something else. A lot of them don't know there's something else. Sit back in videos and cell phones. I will have it. When it comes to the Wi-Fi, I'm going to do things a bit differently, okay? Mine is going to be in the Faraday cage, a straight word. I think they'll have everything else. They want to use the Wi-Fi. They go in that little room, and I said they can Wi-Fi, but there'd be a time limit on that, half an hour. Even I'm worrying about that because I think a half an hour is acceptable right now. Because what else can I say? Now Wi-Fi is not as dangerous as all the G was, and they got a bunch of the G putting it to the 5, right? They did experiments, and you can do it yourself. There's some seeds, there's quick grow seeds. The girl did one on here. You can look on YouTube, right? But I heard this seeds work. You put the seeds by the Wi-Fi, and none will grow. But the guys that come in, one or two, the few that do, they're all formed and mutated. You put the same seeds, or easy to grow anywhere, by farther away, and they grow. And it's a beautiful crop of them, whatever they are. It doesn't matter. A bunch of them that go quick grow. The thing is, none of them will grow, or the few that do will be mutated by Wi-Fi. Then every G is many times stronger than the other, and you go, the first one alone will blow Wi-Fi out of the water, that, and by the time you get them to go, that's mutating your cells. I happen to be right here, and I'm surrounded by Wi-Fi around me everywhere. It's not very good for me. I know that. It's my only source of internet at the moment, and I'm looking at getting a preferred hardwire if I can. Go that way, but we'll see what I can arrange. And I'm only going to go with the wireless if I don't really have to. I'd like the mobile one I saw, but I could turn it off when I need to. I turn it on when I need it, and I turn it off when I don't. But because I'm going to have youth there, and I figured the best thing to do, I set a little network there and there, so they can sit back, check their whatever, and whatever the case, what time their parents or whatever the case may be on the computer, right? But when it comes to things that are Wi-Fi, they're gonna have to go in that room. Because I'm looking at the plants around me, animals, people. And the whole idea was to detox them, not surround them with Wi-Fi after I'm trying to clean them up. And the whole idea is to get them away from everything as fresh and clean as possible. They'll be more relaxed. I know they when they talk about the difference in needing a puppers and that in the city, they go to the county, you don't need them. Brothers and sisters up there, I don't have the answers. I don't. Only Jesus does. But the thing is, it's everything somebody else's problem has got to stop. Passing the buck has got to stop. That's the only way they're going to get done. Somebody should say, well, hey, if somebody won't do it, well, here I am. I got nothing better to do. I don't. My wife died last year. Yeah, I'm going to take up a little business trip this fall. It's okay, I do some work for Jesus. But the thing is, I was going to do some extra stuff. I don't really need to do the extra stuff, okay? I buy some seeds, or I would look at the spices and that I'm going to use, but I don't necessarily have to do as much of it as I was going to. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at this, and now you can go, yeah, I'll be able to many nations, but I don't have to do it all in one go. You know what I'm saying? I can jump back and forth, just make sure they're okay. I know that my son's running these, and I trust him for all that. I always see it. I want to just make sure I get the best I can. Then if I got an idea and a product, I want to try something, and I know you'll do it or whatever. But you know, sometimes when something comes on you, you want to go and check it out yourself. Like, oh yeah, I would check that out. So you want to see something. It's such a yearning. I'm seeing people that are all telling me like, oh no, you want to charge or need money. Look at that. No, I don't want to charge. I want to charge half price. And people were debating it, and I said, well, my whole goal here was to feed these kids fresh. Okay, that's the whole goal, as fresh as possible, like right from the garden, for the best possible benefits for their body. And I know that I like the freezer. I tried something really good. I like it, but I'm gonna. It just I'm looking at that as an option. I might go both ways. I'm looking at, but I like the idea of God's garden products for me because I want to go as all natural as possible, clean as possible. So I think that means for me to try and ship. I don't have the little thing like serve the local to have them come by, because that way their money will whatever they do. They can be real, but not charge high. That money will help support. Because I got feet. I'm gonna have clothing there. The different size jeans and stuff, just in case here you go, fill these on and whatever. They don't have to worry about that stuff. I'll try a couple of pairs, I got to try to do a good job because I love my son. I hadn't seen my son in over a decade. He came to live with me for a little bit, and then I had a big heart attack, a massive one in front of him, and did a face plant. So it kind of freaked him out, and he went back to his mother. You see, and it just is. And I've seen some things right here, but his children being used. I've seen stories where they say he was throwing in a garbage can, and I have a heart of flesh. Praise Jesus, he kept that away. I do not have a heart of stone. I feel compassion and love for everybody around me. He used to change, but I did. He always did. He brought it more out in me. He brought the him in me more. Also, I noticed it because through him, all things are possible. We can only do so much ourselves, and if we come in together, though, if we support each other and encourage each other, that was what Jesus wanted. He came to give hope. I look around and everything got so bureaucratic and red tape, this and that. And I get sending people that all these psychologists, they've never cured one person of anything. Look at your history. But these things that torture these people, they do nothing. They give you pills. They never cured a single person. It's similar to big pharma's drug pushers. That quack, you go in the corner, you call a doctor. I'm not saying all bad, but some might be nice. But who do they work for? Not you. They're big pharma drug pushers. And they get kickbacks for one from the other meds. Who do they work for? Big Pharma. Right? They bow down to Big Pharma. They do what Big Pharma says. Right? If they were not Big Pharma, they'd do some major dietary changes, change your life. Yeah, I know this. You know already that they kill out those hundreds and hundreds of those natural health doctors. They're telling you to cure every disease in the world through plants and eating them. They murdered them all. Didn't matter what your problem was. There a couple of them. I don't know. I think they killed 200 in less than a year. And I don't know how many were in the left. Every probably to think of with plants and diet. I remember that. I've been thinking about that. And you just knew it was in my heart. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going to try to detox these guys, try to make healthy meals. And those guys are talking about they murdered them. That's good enough for me. They're saying eat healthy, that God's creation. And that's God's creation. He made everything. He makes us live in a garden. It all makes sense to me. I've been saying that for a long time. And it's not the spur of the moment thing. And you ask anyone, you see my earlier videos, God made you to live in a garden. And everything you need to be well and healthy can be found there. That's the way God rolls. Complicating all that garbage, it's Satan's game. So you want the best, you go try to get as fresh as possible. I know freeze dried is an option only sometimes, but I probably get into that too. You know, it's a lot of hassle. You got to go to get the machine in there, and I don't mind, especially the job to pass. In the beginning they give me a hard time. Keep coming regularly. Things will be fine. And it's the thing of getting production the right and getting the right production timing. Getting the meals in, and then stop and stop and stop and then work. Okay, yeah, and then back to work, back to work. It's worth it if you're making money. You're out to make money. But my goal, and I think about it, my goal is not to make money. My goal is to make enough. I don't have to be a lot, so that I can turn around and take care of this. When these kids go, other kids are gonna come. And things like that. You know how it goes. It's a lot of mouths to feed. Because they do undo the little help, and that's the whole improvement. It's gonna cost me because and you guys are paying for it. They want to do something. I'm the one to go. Okay, I'll give you extra. And it's coming out of my pocket. Okay. I'm not asking you to pay for anything. Any money they give kids, you should give them a little that you can. You can't, no problem. We understand it. There's all kinds of situations. The thing is, that if the kids don't want it, well, some of them be a little stubborn at first. It's what do they do when the money runs out of their pocket, right? Or they want to work, or they're going to call mom, or they do some various situations with different people. It's on that situation we can work things out. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody's got a lot. He wants kids to be safe with his words. Maybe somebody will talk some sense into them because you're not getting around there. There are other places too, but you got to look at that. You got to pay attention to going. That Christians can get together. Friends you have that or a faith, and you get to look program like, okay, we'll go over there and get together. The group activities where they're fellowshipping and mentoring the youth at the same time. There's such a lack of that, brothers and sisters. There's such a lack of it, and I'm taking my shot. I run into a few hiccups, so that's why I'm kind of giving this update. Uh, I told the guy, no, man. You said, you already knew it in my heart. I already knew this. He was nice until he thought he didn't know how many things. Oh, you're going to north. Are they all going to go by? So we got to have money. And he just said he wanted to try and scheme up as much money as he could off me, without even realizing that he didn't have a lot. And then my wife died. Okay, last year. I finally started paying the money she's going to give me to buy this land. Because I know she loved kids. She was always having kids over, the young people. I know young kids. That's what kids for her. They're kids. The young people in their 20s, whatever. And they all they come there and they sit and listen to their talk, right? And it just that she loves. She would always do that. If she was people that were hungry, she'd feed them. She come there all day. James used to be able to come back. Spend the night, so they go to the hospital. They're always coming to see her. They stay at her place. So they go to the hospital nearby. So they're even going out of their area to go to her because they like the hospital near her better, which I couldn't believe. But she was that kind of person. She saw a guy. She told me one time with a cup of coffee, and wanted a cup of coffee, and he had a dog there. She gave all the money she had in her pocket. She wished she had more, right? It was enough for a cup of coffee. And when the guy came back, oh, he was so happy. Why you didn't steal my dog? It broke her heart. She didn't have any money. She said it was a day or two before payday. If it wasn't very change she had in her pocket, if he had it, she would have given it to him all, right? And made her cry. He loved the coffee. He was so excited. When it came out that she was there, she didn't steal his dog. When times have gotten that bad, and I saw something, brothers and sisters, I never saw it in my entire life until I went down to America. And I was in Ohio, and I saw this man, an old man, standing there with a sign that said, "We'll work for food." I couldn't believe it my whole life. I've never seen anything like that. And we're supposed to be the richest countries in the world. They got people that are home, they got begging for food, that work for food signs. And these agro businesses have no idea they shouldn't be anywhere allowed near a farm. And that's the truth, that. They chemical pollutant, and they overdo the land. They overuse a specific amount of land, and then they use chemicals to recharge it, not knowing that ain't the way they work. They don't have no idea how it works. Honestly, you know that, brothers and sisters. They rely on chemicals. They poison you with a list of chemicals. And if they knew what the land was doing, they're doing a bountiful crops, but they're not. They're depleting the soil every time they go, and we can use this for so long, and they don't know how to manage the soil. God knows it now. I'm going to try what some peers are radical. But I think I'm going to get better crops. I'm standing firm on that. Because just the little basic, simple things I do notice, which ain't much. Yeah, but it's going to be enough. I'm going to work on it because I'm standing in faith. The question is, will you stand in faith? Right? You have to see you stand in faith in anticipation. Everybody knows Jesus is coming. Why are you say you're going to wait till he shows up and then I'll believe him? No, you got to believe him now. Is the thing. Do you believe in yourself as a person in Christ? Do you believe in your worth? Do you believe that you have something to say? If you see somebody you need, you there can step up. Are you willing to step up? This is not the time to fool around. And later you think, you keep hearing about all this stuff going, everybody's bitching about it. I don't have to. Everybody's keeping telling me what's going on. I've been telling you too. Wars, rumors of wars, you name it. The Bible is unfolding right before your very eyes, brothers and sisters. You have to wait for Jesus to actually show up and say, oh, now I believe you because I think it's going to be late by then. You have to either stand in your convictions. Either you believe in God or you don't. Sadly, for many, it's just lip service. How could I say this, brothers and sisters? Look up Revelations 3. It tells you. I think it was type there, but it said cold or hot. I think it should be the other way around. But it tells you the lukewarm. There's 3 groups. Okay? Now, if you're just going through the motions, wouldn't that qualify as lukewarm? You say you believe in God, but clearly you don't, or you wouldn't be riding the slide. You're living with a foot into it. Another time you, but I know you're right. But I said the one called Lucifer. They said with a foot in both worlds. You see, serving 2 masters. It tells you can't do this. Yeah, they're trying to drink of the cup of the Lord and the cup of demons. They're trying to eat at the table of the Lord and the table of demons. You just cannot have it. It tells you you cannot serve 2 masters. It tells you that. And if you'll read it right there, the thing is to make a mistake. Lots of them, but still. They're reading like any other book, or like maybe Moby Dick, they're speed reading others. Oh yeah, memorizing the chapters. I know a lot of verses. Now I do. And I can even quote some chapters to you and all that. But they're in that. The thing is, knowing the chapters and verses is meaningless. They're just words to you. It's the living word of God. So many people are just looking at the word. It's a guidebook like it's all. You said, follow me. Following me means it's a way of life. Sadly, some people turn it into a religion. That's the problem. All these religions are messed up. They're doctrines of men and all that nonsense and rules and things that have nothing to do with God. They got so far skewed. That's why the 5 churches today, all 7 churches thought they were cool. 5 are clearly not. It's the same way today. Oh, they're disputing one denomination against the other. Remember the Catholics and Protestants in there killing each other? Yet they believe in the same God. You believe in the same God? You're killing each other over arguing petty stuff because you claim to believe in the same God. You think that made God happy? But they're disputing all this and that, and they're pointing their finger at each other. They're supposed to be of the same body of God. Look at there. You look at Revelation 9. Who's there? He made everybody. Okay, get it? Everybody. Now, there's the good children and the bad children. Yeah, the people discriminate all the time. I see it, and it really bothers me. These are the things your children are exposed to. The negative things of that. Now, they need a place to go, or you take them, whatever, you guide them. It's a lacking thing going here. And then you turn around and say, hey, this isn't the way it was supposed to be. God didn't mean it to be like this. He said, do right. You said, do right by God, that you see there, and love thy neighbor as thyself. And treat others the way you want to be treated. He said we had to do those 2 things. Do right by God, treat each other the way we want to treat it. Like love the other person like you love yourself. Boom, you have world peace. Think about that. And in the Bible also, you know that. Jesus said, if everybody repented, okay, and asked God for forgiveness, he would hear their prayers and he would forgive them and heal the land. Nobody said that keyword, heal the land. Then he call off everything that's going to look to happen. It hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen. He'd call it off, forgive it, and heal the land. All this to be healed. Do you see people out there? No, I see the nation spending money and money and money on weapons, okay? Now, defense and all that garbage. Now, they're taking that same, a microscopic drop of that money. It's going to solve the problems there that the people, nobody want for nothing, and there'll be no fighting, no nothing. Okay? Simple, logical stuff. God wants us to live in harmony, right? And if we do it God's way, everything great. The thing is, the devil, it's all about complicated. God said keep it simple so that everybody understands. You know, they say the devil's in the details. That's why Satan was complicated, you know? Things are not going to work out for them, as you know, brothers and sisters. The thing is, your children are your crop when you think about it. What's happening to your crop? Are the pesticides around it trying to leach into your crop? You got a clean crop? Going nice and proud? You're lucky. Many do. I know I've seen a young man. He comes by this one place. He comes by good sandwiches with anybody that wants it. That And I talking to him, and he really, oh wow, he's glued to me, and he's like, wow, he doesn't want to go. I like it. I really like him. And sometimes he comes in, I just talk to him. Like, I was telling him some stuff, and I talking about the ministry, and he's like all digging it, and he's just looking, he's just like, I have never seen anyone, I'll tell you honestly, so caught up with us. He just so intelligent, look at him, just like so mesmerized, and it really, and he really, and then he used to put in and go, yeah, you already know, and he's had his sister. So, yep, it's the youth you're working, right? Because I haven't drawn them, because they look so lost. They got nobody telling them what to do, because their parents are really busy and doing whatever, and they got no time for them, just busting their butts to put food on the table. And all the money really is to pay the bills. You're paying way more money for a place to live than you should. So that only forces you to go to a job you don't like, to pay bills that you don't want to pay, you shouldn't pay because you're paying too much money. And all they do is keep jacking, they keep you a slave, working, working, working. And then you go to work one day, and some machines there got the job because they don't have to pay it. And they don't take breaks, and they don't take lunches, it just works around the clock. Then you got to turn around and go to your family. Everybody's dealing with those kind of stuff, I understand that. So they work harder all of a sudden, they don't get laid off. These things go on to the children, the stress, the strain, the pressures. You have to make sure every day to chill with the Lord. It takes a moment of time. Put whatever we just talk to God and let the mellowness of it come in. I highly recommend for a body of people a nice cup of chamomile tea. It reduces stress. It's gone like in mere moments, right? I gotta admit, I love it, and I don't drink it as much as I should though. There are different recipes, but you can mix it with mint. It's beautiful, and you can even toss a bit of orange peel, so you get like 3 teas from that one. And you look at it, it's healthy for you. It's a roadside weed in North America. Unfortunately, states to charge a ton of money for it. I think it's $10 a box. But here you a buck and a quarter. It's a weed. You can buy the roadside, but it's a buck and a quarter for a bag. A box of about 20. Like a bigger box for you, ratio, so you get more, but you get a lot more, but for less. And it's no big deal. I had a guy in Washington tell me it was $10 for the box. Steak. Now this man, he tried it, was so blown away how good it was. He was taking on antidepressants, because he knocked on the guy next door who knew he had ADHD and gave it to him. And he got some more for himself. He actually gave the whole box and went and got another one for himself. That's the power of brothers and sisters. Both of them got off their meds. One guy with, I think it's 4 antidepressants, the other guy off whatever his ADHD, drinking a cup of tea. Because you were made to live in the garden, brothers and sisters. Check it out. You'd be surprised at the health benefits of so many things. You don't even think about it. And then things you stop taking the chemicals, go all the natural you can, grow what you can, brothers and sisters. Worst food crop in the States in over 100 years. They lost it all. They're only planting seed for the insurance, you see? If they don't plant the seed, they don't get the crop insurance. That's idiotic. You waste that good seed. You got to put it in the ground, and damn, it's going to rot, won't grow. Just to get insurance, when they already know it won't grow, so they need to save the seed and pay them anyway. This way they got to turn around and buy seed. So a lot of seed banks are having issues, by the way, too, right? The entire, in the States, is the worst one in over 100 plus years, right? Food crops all over the States are damaged by this. They need to find new ways of growing it, new techniques, because this old garbage ain't working. They should have plenty. There's no way should in this day and age, with all that agro stuff they got, there's zero excuse for a single person on this planet to be going hungry. I honestly do that because they got the big money. They got all this. I'm a nobody. But I know I got my heart is set. I'm going to try and get 80. But when I get down there, but I'm going to they're coming and going all the time. But I like to have. I don't get some people there to deal with certain things. I'm going to try. If you get an aim, you're going to have a goal. You start at just 20, 30, 40, whatever comes in the beginning, whatever's going to come, and keep going, and you keep adding and adding. My goal is to have at least 80 or more. But I'm just one man. Now, I know you said left the 99 for that one sheep. I know I'm getting a little greedy here, but hey, I'm aiming for a few lost sheep here, the little misguided sheep, to remind them where the field is, and get back to mom and pa, so they sit back and, because some parents they're getting a little frustrated, the kids don't know what to do, they're getting bad, they get taught back. They need a place where so they can explain things to them in a way that they can understand. But, because they won't feel the pressure if it's their parents doing it. They'll have somebody else talking to them about. They'll hear some of the things the other kids are saying. Because everybody's situation is different. Some may be from abused homes or things like that. I don't know. Cassie? Yeah, I'll tell you. Sorry about that. My son's phone thing here. Uh, it's like it's up to you. It's like because your crop, your seed is there. What becomes of it is you. Uh, the best we can do is try to nurture our children as best we can. When we look around what's going on outside, all that negative, sometimes we just be kids again, and just talk and relax, and just connect and just get back to that human part. You don't stuck to the computer playing video games all day, and that's it. You don't, and nothing else matters. And who wants to get sitting couch potatoes? Get out there, like get the fresh air, mow the grass, take out the garbage, little things like that may not mean much to some people, but the parent is working hard. That little thing that child helps out with is positive. And if the kid goes for a job, he's going to keep that job. He's not going to stand around like, because they'll say, oh, he's got to work, and he's working all right. That's the guy that gets hired, kept on, and promoted. Because they want a person to work. And they say, oh, yeah, he's working like a normal person. These days, a lot of kids don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm talking about? It's a sad truth. See them on corners selling drugs, anything else, a decent worker. Anybody else can go work, but no, they want to find the easy way out, no matter who it hurts. Those are the people that are around your kids. That's the thing. Who is around your children? And that's the thing that's so bad that nobody even knows who's around their children anymore. They're busy working. Most people don't even know who their kids know. The kids that your kids are hanging with, are they dealing meth, crack? Is that exposed to your kids? Do you take time to talk about the dangers of that stuff? These are things. Parents have been so overwhelmed these days. That's Satan's game that they forgot the most important crop they've got: the children. Well, they're busy doing this. It's important than anything. They're letting their crop get contaminated because they're busy out working. They care. There's different things you can work on it. Some just feel safe, man. Send their kids up, get a little help on them. And that gives them time to take care of a few things at home to change whatever the situation is, or work on a method where they're going to communicate with their kids. Maybe they're right. Maybe the kids let them know that parents love them so much, and that's why they're doing it. It's so much easier for them to hear it from somebody else. I know it's weird, than to hear it from their own parents. I know at the end of the mix is just the way it is. They're more likely to listen to other people than their own parents at times. When the other people say, "Well, you know how lucky good you are to have that," and here's some of the stories of their kids. We're going to work it out so that it's a positive, encouraging, uplifting, where they feel confident about themselves, and then when they go home and they be so excited, and they want to, oh yeah, we had fun, we rode the horse, and like, oh man, it was awesome, and they get a joy for life again, right? And well, can we go camping? Can we and get the family involved? Like family outings, do family things again. Now it's just outdoor. What is the family spending quality time? And the best quality time you can spend together, to be honest with you, is praising and worshiping the Lord. It doesn't matter if you're outside the bed. You can glorify the Lord anytime you want, anywhere. It says in Psalms 113, from the rising of the sun till the setting. It doesn't say where you had to be. Go out fishing, take a walk, anything. So time with your children. Let them know that they mean something to you. You got to watch the dangers of the false ones dragging you down into bad things. Remember, the Lord said not to throw in your lot. If people are going to do bad stuff, they're always going to count it against you. We got to get the caught their friends who did something bad, and they're the ones in jail. It's the same thing, and come down on you. So you are your child's last chance, basically, these days, right? Many of the good kids are praise Jesus for that. Some of you see them struggling, and before they get to that stage where you can look around at something that literally do something for the program, something like help do something, right? And it'll help, and they'll feel better for doing something. And it's nice to be rewarded, but a little bit, not excessive. But they're there, they don't know me. I'm not like family. So yeah, you want to help out? Okay, here, now there you go. Come join us. Like we're having, say we're gonna do pizza, but we're gonna do it there. Our own ingredients. Obviously, it's healthy. I'm looking into one thing. I'm looking at a dairy source, and I know one type of cheese it makes, but I think I heard it can make another type. So I'm gonna try and get what I can make. I make the old pizzas there, but all natural from what I'm growing there. It shouldn't be a problem. I'm hoping just on the grains. I think I can do that one too. Because I might have to borrow a little land from one of my neighbors. You know how it goes. But we can negotiate. We can negotiate. It's like a good neighbor negotiates. Plus it's barter and things. It's still a little better. The king holds some of the horses there for I need that to grow something. And then I try little pockets of it because it's an art to it, right? And then maybe I can buy I can make maybe I can buy a good flowers, organic flowers, something like that. And that way I don't need to use the land for that. Because I'll have to. I'm going to try to get some more land to get what I can. I'm going to grow the best I can, and that's it. Because I don't need one man. I tell you, I know one thing. Jesus loves me. He loves you too. And he wants the best for you. Why would he make a point of telling him not to lead his little children astray, the little ones astray? Better tying a millstone around your neck. And out there you got many of them leading your children astray. Time to say, hey, it's got to stop. Because that late, you don't want your children running around and bowing down to the Antichrist when he showed up. You gotta let them know who the real Jesus is. He comes after the Antichrist. And you're pretty much not going to hear that anywhere else. It's you and people like me out there that care about your children. We love you. I may not see you, I may not know you, but I love you. You're probably one of the ones they talked about. Everybody saying, you're my family. I may not know you right now, but I know I'll be partying with you at the feast. See what I mean? We're family. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Do right by God first. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Take each day at a time, and don't worry. Worrying about things ever change the results? No. All does is stress you out. The stress is what messes your body. Eat healthy as you can. Do right by God, but eat healthy as you can. Calm down and relax. Worrying about something never changes the situation. Repent and have faith in God. With God first, the rest will fall into place. It will. Here I am. I was passing through the grave, brothers and sisters. Here I am alive now, with life ahead of me that I never knew what to do with, and I'm using my time wisely. I decided I'm going to dedicate that wonderful time that I was to have to Jesus. That's the best use of time I can think of to help make a difference in this world. One lost sheep at a time. Think about it. Go out there and see if you can make a difference in somebody else's life. You know? You never know. And once you try it, you become addicted like me. It feels good. It feels so good to make a difference in another's life. And once you do it, and like I've been doing, just more and more and more and more and more. I know I'm not pain in the ass. I keep bugging God. One more. Come on, more. And come on, Lord. Okay, God. I just got addicted. I admit it. And you will too. The joy you feel in your heart when you help somebody, it doesn't matter what, all kinds of things, and as soon as you walk with Jesus, it is the greatest gift in the world. Joy I feel when I see somebody smile and taking Jesus in their heart. That is the greatest gift that Jesus gave me. A chance to see that again. The joy on people's faces when I take Jesus into their heart. What could I ask for more? My son is with me, going up there. I'm content. It would just be in that. But no, this is the love he's got to share. I don't need to worry about anything. I can sit there. I don't have to do anything for the rest of my life. In fact, I won't need much. I have enough to cover that easy and more. Because I don't need much. Once I grow my own food, I don't need it. But the thing is, where is my neighbor? That's the point. Yeah, you got enough. You're doing okay. You got a little extra, maybe more than you need. Buy a little bit. Can you spare a little bit? Is there some little thing you could do? Maybe buy some bread, make some sandwiches. Go down there. Give him a bottle of water if somebody's hungry. It's not for everyone. I know that there's different parts of the body for different things. But pray on it, and see what God says. Maybe you can make a small difference in somebody's life. That little thing, just somebody to talk to can make a difference between a child killing themselves or not these days because of the bullying and all that garbage. Just having something to talk to. It's like, no, it's nothing. Don't worry. It'll be here today, God tomorrow. You won't even worry about it when you grow up. It's not a big deal. Just relax, right? Tell them it's not the end of the world. Little children are killing themselves because they think it's the end of the world because somebody said something about them online. That's the mean, brothers and sisters. It's up to us to make a stand. Either we stand up for our children or we don't. And, sometimes standing up for them is sending them where they need to be. I know there's a lot of places in the States that send kids where they need to, and that's a good thing. Are all those the right places? Depends on it. But I think, you get together, talk, find places where the kids can gather and be together that are of faith. Because that way, it'll encourage the faith, bringing and keeping the faith. It'll encourage positive role models in there. Not the drug dealers and celebrities who throw and get drunk and get throw up into drugs and I'm a celebrity, I can do whatever I want. No, positive role models. David, Daniel, Elijah, you name it. Or somebody that's standing for God now. I like it. I like the machine gun preacher. Okay, he had a little to explain that one to my son. The thing is, he's there right now making a difference. And all those thousands of kids can have a place to sleep every night and not worry about getting murdered. Oh yes, that man, Desmond Doss, Sergeant York, those are the character models that you choose to base. That's it. Stand up tall, men touched by God, standing tall, doing the right thing, no matter what. And then, they're marvelous men of history. I turn around. I like to see my son doing something. I don't play video games too. I love it too. The video games should never rule your child's life. All the time around the computer, Wi-Fi. I know that people are going to like what I say, but it's the truth, and you can check yourself. It damages the body. I know I've been doing damage to mine. Words are bugging me about that a little bit too. I need to go on the wire. Right? Yeah, it's better for the computer, faster too, but the Wi-Fi around here is too much for me. That's why I've been feeling sickly. Think about it. Bring your kids to some green space, God, a park, whatever, picnic, whatever you can do. Just get your kids out of the house with you. You picnic, play ball, whatever. Just do something with your children. Because no one knows when their last breath comes. It's kind of too late to do something when someone you love is gone. I would love to spend more time with my wife. You know that. She's with the Lord right now. I understand it either. Don't you think? Yes, I know she's with the Lord now. You don't think I still miss her? I know she's. I don't worry about that. There's a little laugh. That I miss them. Your children are here today. You're there today. Accidents, all manner of stuff. Stages down there, drive-bys, stuff. Anything happens. You don't know. Now is the time you can guarantee with your loved ones. So use it wisely. Use it wisely, brothers and sisters. Do the best you can with what you got. God's not going to get mad at you. He said, He knows it's the best you got. You're doing the best you can with what using the best you got to try to do. There's a lot of just lip service, and some people just do. Be a doer. See your child needs a little bit, just sit down, don't yell, talk to him. But you see that it looks like having a problem, they're down. Hey, are you okay? Hey, it doesn't always work out. You let God touch your heart. God for everybody, I tell you. Because you sometimes you get more than you bargain for. That's why I say pray on it. Maybe there's some little thing like making sandwiches, anything. The Lord is calling for workers in the field. There's so few. A lot of people know this. I mean, one little worker, one lost sheep matters. Think about that. And pray on it, please. Bye bye.